Well, so we all know, like, especially current situation where we are working from home. So very important thing, how can we manage our work-life balance? How can we manage our mental peace? And lots of things, right? We need expert advice, we need tips. So I asked with Abhinav sir, we are thinking this topic. Can we go ahead? And thank you, Abhinav sir. It's here, yeah, let's do this. We'll enjoy this for sure. Because we are really equally excited for this topic. As you know, we have always lots of topic for technical stuffs, best practices, and this is something we are going with work-life balance. So once again, welcome everyone to the Motihari Developer Group. As you know, this group is also part of Salesforce Trailblazer community groups powered by Salesforce Trailblazer community. Today, we are going to discuss, like, we'll have a dedicated session, tips and expert advice for work-life balance by Avinash sir. If you are new to ecosystem, then also I'm sure everyone is already aware. He's 8x Salesforce MVP, Hall of Fame, and architect and founder of organization Concreto. And I'm really grateful for him. He managed his time for us. You manage your time with us today. Little bit about me. I am Om Prakash. I am also a Salesforce MVP, and I am working with Yansys as a Salesforce practice manager. You can connect us on the Twitter. Our Twitter is here. I am sure many of you are already connected. So our agenda, we all know, like, now we will start our session at 4:05 p.m. Yeah, time on time we are. Then we will have some quiz and fun activity. And I have shared you a trailhead module that was value of sleep. Everyone received an email that is value of sleep. So our quiz question will be from there, and we will have some swags. We'll share you. Of course, we'll ship you. So yeah, that's it from my side. And I want to say thank you to everyone. I can say Priyanka, Siram, Sudhir, Salini, Priyanka, uh, Sahiti, and Lokesh, Jubin, because this thing is very much helpful for us. Like, you are going to RSVP, then you are going to share on your social Twitter handler. It means we are going to bring awareness about this topic in your connections, your followers. So thank you very much for your help in spreading the words about the event. Also, thank you for all the active participate in this group. Yeah, they are earning some module, they are earning super badge, and they are sharing their achievement with us. Thank you very much. We, of course, will continue this discussion at the end of the session. So now, without any delay, I would like to request Abhinav sir, please share your screen and let's continue this session. I think everyone is excited for this.
Okay. So first of all, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay. And my correct screen is visible. I hope you are seeing Finding Peace with the New Normal.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So first of all, thanks a lot, Omji. It's really a general topic, but mostly not discussed. And we, not only in India, in general, there is a taboo around mental health. We don't want to talk about it. We get fever, we get cough and cold. Though it looks like corona in these days, but in general, when we get fever and cough and cold, we get it treated. We visit a doctor, homeopathic, allopathic, ayurvedic, we get some treatment. But when we feel depressed, we mostly keep it to ourselves. We don't go out anywhere to talk to anyone. And that's a thing I think we need to talk more openly, because these things are not like you have gone crazy or you have a deep mental problem. Depression is just like a fever and thing. It might come and it might go, and same is anxiety and things. So there has to be a, I think, cultural shift which we are trying to bring now, probably with these kind of sessions and many more which will happen. And in general also, I see there are many people meditating and focusing on mental health. So there is already a shift around these things. So this session, again, I'm not trying to do any preaching, and as I have indicated here, I will try to share all my experiences from what I practice in my work life. I tell my team as well, and from my readings around some of my favorite books. Like, one of the book is Hyper Focus. Most of this session is based on that book only. So to start with, the session is Finding Peace with the New Normal. this is a little bit about myself. So I was originally a mechanical guy. I didn't mention it here, but I moved into computing and IT in 2000. And then I was working on Microsoft Visual Basic and Visual C++ to start with. So I'm very fortunate that in 2004, I got a chance to work in Java, and I still like Java a lot. And again, in 2004, 8, there was a change that I'm getting exposure in Salesforce in my current company. So I'm very thankful to my employer to give me this opportunity. This was a big shift. And 2013, by God's grace, we started this company, and then we are three-tier partner. We are PDO, ISV, and consulting partner. And still in 2021, after pandemic and everything, I'm very thankful that I'm happy. I'm able to do my job, my business, and I'm still able to code as well. I still like coding. That's my passion, and that's my purposeful thing, which gives me a lot of happiness. So I can do a lot of coding and development in LWCs. I'm not just a CEO who knows Excel sheets and books. Coming to what I love, which is very important, we should openly discuss what we love, and it is not necessary that love is something technical. What I love is my own personal space, my own family time, and I love to do things which I cannot mention here, but some things which I mention here is like I like video games a lot. Like I used to play Counter Strike in my office a lot between two labs. There were one room which is terrorist, one is counter terrorist. We used to play that a lot. In my current office, we have a PS3, a PS4. We used to play Tekken a lot, and then these days I'm a big fan of Catan. It's a strategy game, it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes game. So I play that a lot. I'm love binge watching movies, web series, and listening music mostly throughout the day. So that's the things I love. In general, as we are talking about peace, so I'm these days mostly active on LinkedIn only. So if you want to follow or connect with me, so I'm fortunately on LinkedIn only. I have limited my Facebook and Twitter to very minimal. So you might not get response very soon in case you ping me there. So LinkedIn is the place to find me. And if you go ahead, oh, hmm, okay. So now let's see what COVID-19 has done, and not just for our country, but for throughout the world. So this is a report from a website called kff.org. So it says that anxiety and depressive disorder, comparatively in Jan to June 2019, when there was normalcy in the world, it was 11%, and now it is increased more than 3 times in January 2021. So this is a drastic change. People say they are loving working from home, but this is another thing which is bubbling up with that as well. This is more interesting add-on to what we have seen in the previous slide. It says there is an increase, but what is the ratio? Who is impacted most? So this age group, these are college-going kids, 18 to 24. But this is somewhere our age group. You might be 23, 24, you might have started coding or job early, but mostly in my age, I don't know what I was doing in my life till 24. So I so mostly relate with this age group of 25 to 49. And you see that this age group is severely impacted as well. There is no big change between these college going kids and these working professionals as well. So we will try to mostly see in this session how we can improve as a working group around these anxiety and depressive disorders. What can be done? And if you want, I can stop in middle also. Let's not keep it one way only. If you have something which you want to say, feel free. So again, as I said, there is no big agenda, no preaching. Let's talk about what we can do as a working group. Working group means this group to basically make us mentally more stronger, because this thing is not going away anyway. Wave 3 might come, wave 4 might come, and we might have to work with this lifestyle only. So to start with, what I read in a book called Hyperfocus, the link and details are in the end. There are 4 quadrants of work. And the reason I'm focusing on work is because work is the most filling part of our life. If we fix the work life, then mostly lot of our mental issues and things are gone away with that. In case there is a problem in family, that's a different thing, and everybody has a different way to handle the family issues. We can't talk about them here, but as we can talk about 8 hours or 9 hours of our day. So this is the part I'm trying to address here. So that's why there are 4 quadrants of work, and let me show you those. So nature or quadrants of work. So one is a necessary nature of work. What is necessary is productive, but it might be unattractive. Necessary for a job, like tasks which you should be doing, like some meetings. Like don't like personally being a business owner. I have to do a lot of Excel sheets, accounting, sometimes operations, sometimes HR, and sometimes in other departments. So I'm a developer by heart, but this is necessary for me. It's productive task because it is taking the company forward, but it is not very attractive for me. It is unattractive from my perspective. Similarly, from a developer's perspective, it can be just meetings. It might be, let's say, doing, let's say, interviews, or let's say filling status reports. Anything can be necessary but unattractive for you. Second quadrant is purposeful. Purposeful is something which is productive, which makes you successful in your job, like this one, but it is very attractive to you also. And again, it can vary from person to person. Like typically, if you are a developer and you love what you do, so probably coding might be a purposeful task for the day. And similarly, let's say if you're an accountant, you might be doing accounting related stuff. So that might be your purposeful task. So this is second quadrant. Coming forward, unnecessary. These are tasks which are unattractive and unproductive. Like you are arranging your desk. Many of you are cleanliness freaks, you do it at will, but most of you don't like that unless it becomes an extreme that your desk is really unmanageable, and at that time you decide ki boss ab to kuch karna hi padega, now it's really high time. So I fell into that category. So that time I arrange my desk. So this is unnecessary task. And distracting task is again attractive. See, there is a slight difference. This is again sort of unproductive, but it is attractive. Why? Because we are doing social media. We might be checking our personal emails or Slack or anything. So these might be attractive, but they don't add any value. So now going forward, we will see how we can balance these 4 quadrants and get our mental stability or mental peace to a next level. All right. Before that, these things are sort of related to habits. Your mental wellness is a function or is a direct correlated thing with the habits you have. So the book I've been mentioning for quite a while now, Hyper Focus, it says that there is an autopilot mode. In autopilot mode, we basically work based on what is our habit. We keep on flipping between these quadrants, but based on what we are habitual of. And what happens throughout the day, that these 4 quadrants which we have seen before, these compete for our attention. So we have a limited attention span. We can't do too many things in parallel. But what happens is that these guys, all 4 quadrants, they are racing or they're fighting for our attention. And the more we are in autopilot, the more time we might spend in a wrong quadrant. So it might be like your job time, but or let's say it might be a purposeful time that you have to do some important coding tasks, but you're not planning it better. So you might spend more time here, or you might spend more time here. So that is the thing which we are trying to cover here. Somebody's drawing something. Anyway, so the goal is to discuss attention next, and how to plan our time in these quadrants so that we get most value out of our day. So autopilot, as I say, habit is the key thing which drives it. And this is a very good line. As many as 40% of our actions are habits. They don't require any conscious thought or heavy deliberation. We'll see more on that later on. So this is one of the habit which I'm talking about. Like I have personally seen many guys, I'm not complaining they're doing good or bad, but this is how typically their work hour or the time they're working, that's how their desktop and mobile is. So at time they are getting a WhatsApp from their girlfriend or spouse, then they are getting notifications from Facebook that somebody commented on their link, then they got an email alert, and then somebody is pinging them or Slack. So now if you see, you are into multiple quadrants at the same time. So by quadrants I mean that you are doing something distracting, you are also doing something which is necessary, and you are also doing something purposeful. So you are in three quadrants at the same time. But just think about this thing a little bit, and just I don't need any answer, but do you relate with that? This is just a thing. If you relate, just to a thumbs up in reaction or something, so that I know. I don't know how Zoom will show it, but I see one thumbs up, two. Okay, so let's move ahead. So now what we are trying to say is these are interruptions. And then again, this is a scientific research based thing which is mentioned in this book, that there is an unrelated interruption. Unrelated is an important word here because some interruptions, like a chat from your boss, is important. An important email is really important. That interruption is fine. But in case you are interrupted, it takes roughly 25 minutes to get back on the original task. And before resuming, we tend to work on other two plus tasks on an average. And as you grow older, this attention space shrinks. That means it's harder or might be taking more time for you to adjust back to the thing. And why they're saying that, if you, let's say, are getting into this kind of personal space, you're talking to your girlfriend, boyfriend, or that person, and then you're coming back to this work, your attention is not at the best as it might be originally. You might be in the same thought process. If you see this notification, you might be in the zone, okay यार क्या हुआ यहाँ पे, क्या ऐसा आया कि मैं miss कर रहा हूँ. So you will be working with that curiosity in the mind. So that's why they say that in case you are having an interruption, it roughly takes 25 minutes to get back to the original state of mind or fully focused state of mind. Anyway, so the summary here is, which we are trying to say is ki interruption increase your working hours and reduce your reputation. So how working hours is increased? Because interruption ends up delivering a low quality, necessary and purposeful work. So for example, you're working on finance at a time. So you might do a calculation wrong, let's say bad formula in Excel. And we might not have a finance person here, but let's say you are an HR, or let's say you are giving a quote to a client for cost of a project, like these many hours, these many dollars. If a wrong formula, this might taint your reputation in sooner or longer run, when you realize, okay, this is a mistake. And same is for developer. If they are not very focused, they might leave bugs, or if they are debugging, it might take more time. What will happen is eventually the same task will come back to you. It will probably taint your reputation, and you have to do a rework again with more frustration. Nobody likes to be in that zone, which we are talking about here. So what probably we can do for our own mental peace is, we can try a distraction free mode. That's what I'm personally trying these days. And in short, in case you're visiting hotels, you must have seen DND, and now in mobile and laptops also, you have this DND mode. So how to create a distraction free mode? You have DND options in your like PCs and Macs. You can put your both Android and iPhones in DND mode, or you can put them in another room. I will show you browser profiles, like how you can use different browser profiles for social and other work. This is very important. Like emails is a big distraction. So there are some email senders which are not priority for you. So mostly email clients have a VIP or priority contacts. to avoid any ad hoc and unnecessary alerts, like there is an offer going on for some shopping mall, or there is a random alert from your broker that this property is there, or there is a bank email which is not no importance, it is just a loan offer. So you might not want to be distracted by those things. And in case still you have a noisy place in home or office, maybe your headphones can help you. Let's see more on this. So just trying to cover DND mode here, first of all. So this is iOS. iOS has DND mode. This is Android. Android has a DND mode. This is Mac. This Mac is having a do not disturb mode. And Windows, they call it Focus Assist. I'm not an active Windows user, but I read somewhere that this is somewhat similar. It lets you focus on the things and avoids distractions. So to summarize, it's available on iPhone, iPads, Android, PCs, Macs, all of them, whatever device you're using for site surfing and from primary work. Now, the way I use DND personally is I have a favorite list in which I have my close family friends, which I know that they will call me if there is something really urgent. I don't want to miss that call. Let's say somebody is sick or somebody met an accident. I don't want to miss that call, even if I'm doing a purposeful work, because family comes first. I do want to address them first. So I have DND mode enabled, but the beauty of DND mode is if your favorite person calls, you definitely get call from them. So this configuration, if you have not done on mobile, this is really good thing to do. And some mobiles have some fine tuning of apps in which you can only selectively allow notifications from certain type of apps. So that again, if you think that you have a app which you really don't need to be bugged upon quite early, like sometimes you install these real estate apps, these keep on sending you notifications for no good reasons. There are notification categories now for Swiggy and Zomato to avoid sending marketing related notifications within Android and iOS. So these are some things which probably can give you emergency and critical alerts when you're working in that uh, distraction free mode. We will talk more about the distraction free mode now. Next is browser profile. And the thing is, if you use Chrome or Edge or maybe Safari also, mostly I think we use Chrome. So this is my setup. I have a coding profile, which I keep as my main work profile. In this, I use all my business, all my key thing. And then there is my personal profile. And the reason it is different is shown next. So this is how my Chrome looks when I'm on a personal profile. And let me escape for a bit. This is my coding profile. So if I'm here, I'm in a black theme and it's looking serious. But let's say if I switch here, it looks like this. So this is where I have Facebook and other thing going on. But the thing is, if I try to open Facebook here, so I have not logged in here. It will ask me to log in, but I have not logged in here. Same goes for all other LinkedIn and anything which you will see. I have not logged in to this profile. It will ask me to log in. So this is just a small mental block for me, that in case I have to use the social media, I have to leave my workspace, because otherwise it is very easy. It must be happening with all of you that you are working on something, you are doing some Salesforce related work in a tab, but suddenly you felt like surfing. You just hit Command Tab or Control T and you open facebook.com and you started surfing, and you never realize it took your 15, 30 minutes or 1 hour. Or you might be doing Instagram, whatever you like on social media. So the big thing is it's loud color. As soon as it is open, you know that you are in your personal space and you're doing something which is for your non-productive thing, which might be for your fun. Again, it is not wrong, but it is just a way to segregate work from the personal stuff. I consider Facebook and these things as your personal stuff. So as I mentioned here, log in everything social on your personal profile. And this will make using social and intentional effort. So whenever you are trying to log into Facebook, it will ask you for login on your work profile. So you will know that you have to go to your personal profile. So again, either it's an intentional switch that you're going to that profile, Or if you are just trying to surf during an important work, it's a guiltful switch, which will keep you aware that you don't have to spend too much time. And definitely this color helps a lot. And again, in my case, I have not logged into, I think, Facebook and LinkedIn in this one only. I mostly try to keep it limited to my smartphone, all the social things. Now, I will just recap again. So what we have tried to do is we have enabled DND. We have seen how we can use that. We have seen browser profiles. This is something you can Google and set up. And music, again, it's your own preference if you like to listen. So now, once you decide that, okay, you have an important task in hand, this is something I personally do because being a business owner, I sometimes in a situation that we have a company of 80 people, sometimes I get a random ping from HR and these people, and sometimes there is a client who is pinging me, but I try to set an intention, which is very important, that you tell yourself that I am now setting an intention that for next 15-30 minutes or maximum 1 hour, I'm going to do this X task and with full focus and no distraction. And this is again a very small goal for the present moment. You are not doing a very long planning. कि इस एक साल में इतना होएगा, in 5 years I will do this thing. It is very small planning for the moment and for next 30 minutes that I will finish this thing in that much time. Then you turn on DND, laptop on mobile, and again put all your intention and focus on the single given task. And once you think in this way, you actually work really amazingly. If you are even trying to code something, you will write a top quality code. If you're trying to debug something, the quality of debugging will be amazing. And anything which you're trying to do, if you're creating a presentation or doing anything, it will really be done good. Now, what I have seen for myself is 90% of the time when I decide that I will get this thing done in 30 minutes, I will end my work mode in less than 30 minutes. My work quality is better and I feel accomplished. So this is very important. Sometimes we keep on working throughout the day and there is no sense of accomplishment that I have completed something really good with a good quality. But this is accomplishment and this gives me a hormone or yeah, it's a hormone called dopamine, which makes you feel happy. Now you have completed a distraction free work for 15-30 minutes, 1 hour. Now you reward yourself. You go out on a walk, you surf social media, sit out on sofa in drawing room, watch TV, call a friend, chat with your family, or even play with pets. But now, as you have done good work, you are coming out with a sense of accomplishment that you have done something good. You're not distracted, you're not doing work, and you're not calling or chatting with them. Now, if you talk to the same guy, either on chat or call or in person, they will appreciate your focus on them. This is a big difference. Rather, you talk to somebody while chatting, working, and that thing, but then you talk to them with full intention for 5-10 minutes. Okay, now this is my reward. I did something good. Now I will enjoy. And this 5-10 minutes is just my marker. It depends on how much you want to relax or what's your workload. But this is the way typically I do. Most of the time, I go out and I prepare tea for myself. That's my way to relax myself as well, that I feel good. I like the smell of tea and feel relaxed after doing some good work. Again, I can stop if I'm not making sense, or feel free to jump. I think no. Omji,
And
is
if
it
any
going fine?
question, yes, yes, it's going very interesting. And if any question, please share in the chat window. Yeah, I can see reply also. Good going, sir. Yeah, totally making sense. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I will move ahead. So
Sure.
again, if you meditate, you must be seeing that your meditation guru or that person is saying that watch how long your mind stays, and watch when it wanders, and how you focus on something and focus on your thoughts, breathing. There are 100 ways of meditation, but this distraction free way is a sort of meditating throughout the day. You sort of meditate on your task itself, and you get at least 3 or 4 dopamine hits or 3 or 4 sense of accomplishment throughout the day. If you do more, that's good. You might be better than what I'm doing right now. But that's how you take small goals. Okay, yaar, 1 घंटा मैंने अब कुछ नहीं करना. I will just do this thing, and then you feel accomplished and come out. So what you're doing is it's actually meditation. Meditation का कोई definition नहीं है कि you can just watch your breathe, or the way you are, let's say, focusing on a candle or something. This is probably a way to think of that answer. And important is watch your habits, like how frequently your mind is wandering, because that is the cause of anxiety. You feel anxious when your mind is wandering a lot, but if you set it कि नहीं यार मुझको ये करना है, आधा घंटा यही करूंगा, and then I will enjoy, so then you are reducing anxiety a lot. Again, अभी जो हमने बात की, it might be overwhelming for you. It took me a lot of time to practice this thing. So ऐसा नहीं है कि अब you have to push yourself into it. I would say कि try to start in a small chunks. Maybe start with 15 minutes only, do a small task, and then try to take a 5 minutes break. If you love the process, gradually increase the time. And over the time, if you see, if something is your habit, it takes less of your intention. आप कोई चीज इंटेंशन से करते हो तो थोड़ा मेंटल एनर्जी ज्यादा लगता है, बट इफ यू डू समथिंग विदाउट मच इंटेंशन, वो आपकी हैबिट है, तो यू डू इट इन अ फ्लो कि चलो यार ये तो काम हो गया, तो इट माइट इवेंचुअली बिकम योर हैबिट। क्या मुझे काम करना है, अब मेरा डीएनडी ऑन है, मेरा प्रोफाइल अलग है, मुझे कोई डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं करेगा, मैं गाना सुन रहा हूँ, and as soon as that is done, I will go out and do whatever I love. So then eventually this becomes your habit, so it doesn't overwhelms you. So just trying to recap what we saw, like distractions कैसे हो सकते हैं और what probably we can do. So these are again 4 quadrants. Now हमारे distractions होते हैं. One is no control and annoying. Like there is some office visitor, team member who pings us randomly. So office visitor, we can definitely ask them to wait for 15 minutes. So हमें बुरा लगता है कि यार अगला बंदा हमारे लिए wait कर रहा है. Similarly, team member who is pinging us, he might be wasting his time waiting for our reply. So this is sometimes out of our control. This might be annoying if you're trying to do serious thing. Some non-urgent emails from office account only. Loud colleagues, this happens that somebody is cracking jokes and speaking loudly next to you when you're trying to focus, and if there is a construction or some work going on. So this is again, we can't do anything, deal with it, and get again back to your intention. Intention is important here. Second quadrant is you have no control, but it is fun. Like you have boyfriend, you have fiance, you have wife, if you, or your mom, your spouse called you or shared some meme. So it depends from equation to equation. Some boyfriend, girlfriends, spouses, they have a adjustment key. There is no response within 5-10 minutes. It's okay, but somewhere you have to be really prompt. So it depends. That's why I said no control, but it might be fun. Again, enjoy it and try to get back into that intentional distraction free space as soon as possible. Now, this is where you have control, but this is annoying, that emails, text, ad hoc calls. Again, if you have DND enabled, you can probably with VIP list, you can control this to a good extent and finish the purposeful work early in morning. This is one other way also. The reason I mentioned is ki if you are really trying to do some purposeful work, maybe you can find a good time in the day where these kind of distractions are minimum. Like for me, it is a early morning time. For some people, it might be late night time. So try to find your purposeful work time, which is obviously less distracting. If you will try to do a lot of purposeful work between 10 to 6, now we are working from home. So now we can take that liberty that we can sleep in the day or do whatever we want in the day. But let's finish our key thing early morning, late night, whenever it works for us, and use rest of the day at leisure. And control fun part, lastly, we don't need any introduction. It is social media. Again, it is in control because DND is in our control. We can put mobile on silent or do whatever we want. Now we are talking about focus, intention, distraction free. Why like this? Because previously we used to go office, there is a boundary कि यार हमने 10 से 6 10 से 7 काम करना है, then we will be back. अब we are working from home and many of us are starting early and they are working till late night. उनका कोई boundary नहीं हो, दिन भर काम ही करते रहते हैं. They still don't complete a lot of work and they still feel overwhelmed or stressed out of the work. So that's why अगर हम small focused goals सुबह ही सोच लें, like this is all I will do, and we again do multiple small achievements throughout the day, so we'll feel accomplished by the end of the day कि हाँ मैंने छोटे छोटे plans किए थे, I did that and I also rewarded myself after doing that कि मुझे उसका भी guilt नहीं है कि मैंने WhatsApp Facebook क्यों किया या मैंने let's say Netflix ही क्यों देख लिया working day पे, because I set my small goals कि मैंने ये करना है and I did it with top quality. तो reputation भी बच गई, mental satisfaction भी है, and you still had fun in the day. This is again the same thing, you do it in the less time and then you reward it. And lastly, as we said, if you go back to your personal space with a sense of accomplishment, तो आपके family friends भी note करते हैं that you are a better person coming back to them with more sense of peace or harmony with your own self. Same thing, this is just the conclusion, that feeling accomplished is more, make it a habit. I will not repeat it, just a note. Overall, this is my recipe of peace, that you can mostly control your work life. Personal life, again, सबके circumstances अलग हैं. But this is my recipe, guys. And this book is what this whole thing is based on. If you want, you can get it online from Amazon, but I love reading, listening books. So I use Audible as well. So probably you can get it on Audible too. And I use this blog which summarizes this whole book very neatly. So if you want, you can read this blog as well. And thank you. Hope this was productive.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure it is very helpful for everyone. I can see chat response also. And it was one of the much needed session, I believe, because as you mentioned already, current situation where we are working from home and we have lots of things, social media, personal life, office work, community. So yeah, very helpful for sure. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Now we will have one quiz and let's go for that. That is also something useful, I'm sure. So let me share my screen now and let's go for the quiz part.